this side, I have the tools. This is what I'm interested in today. So for today, we will be dealing with these tools that you see here. And then we'll also be dealing with most of this and most of this bar, some of these items you see on this side. So let me explain. On this side, we have the tools. So when, for example, I click on the rectangle there, which has a keyboard shortcut you see here, the M. When I click on this, I'm in a position to draw. Then, when I use this, I'm in a position now to move around. I'm in a position to go loud, move it all around. You can see how I'm working with this. Then I can also change the fill here. So this is what I meant by this bar. This is what we call the property bar. Under this, now you can do so much about the selected item. Maybe I can change the color of the outline to that. If I zoom in, you can see the effect of what I'm doing. I can change the fill, or what we call the background color of this. Yeah, we have it. This will increase. This is also the outline color. If I change this and I increase the size of this to like 7, you can see the change on this. So whenever I'm working on this, you can see those changes to work like that. And there's so much I can do here. You can change that to that. You see the what just changed here. If I change that here, you see the effect that I get on this edge here. If I get this to this, now you can see another effect on this. So it's all about this bar. These are the properties. They can be set here. So let's start with the first things first. This is the method that we'll be using today. Let me get to it. So first, we are using a graphic design tool or software that we call Adobe Illustrator. There we are. Then for the first class, or for this class, we work with Adobe Illustrator Basics. What we do in this, I'll also work with workspaces in Adobe Illustrator. After working with Adobe Basics, I'll also go to workspaces in Adobe. I'll also work with tools, shapes, and typography. So it will be shapes and typography. Then I'll go to explanation of, or the division of tools. I'll start with the drawing tools. Here they are. And in drawing tool, I'll deal with this, the selection tools, the direct selection tool, the group selection tool, the magic word, the lasso tool, the artboard tool, and then I'll use a few others. Let me start out. So to do this, I'll require just the rectangle. So first, the rectangle can be found here, or you can simply type M on your keyboard, and when you press on M on your keyboard, it will activate this tool. Then I'll just draw like that. I think I'll draw 3 of these. I'll also add the third one here. So I'll be working with these 3. First, I'll use the direct selection tool. Then I'll go to direct select. First, I'll work with selection tool. Then I'll go to direct selection tool. Let me work with that first. So this is the selection tool. It can be accessed by typing V or pressing V on your keyboard. Just use the keyboard shortcut V. So with this, I'm able to reposition by dragging it across the artboard. I can also resize here. So when I'm holding this and you see it's not actually maintaining the ratio, but I can hold the shift as I drag to maintain the aspect ratio. Then when I zoom in to any of the corners, you see there is this. This is the ability, this gives you the ability to shape that the corners, either rounded or like that. You can also work with one corner individually by using the direct selection tool. Here it is. It's accessible through the tie. With this, I can shape just one corner at a go. If I click on this, I can shape just this corner. You see? If I click on this, I can shape just this corner. Well, with this, I can also take this to any side and distort or make new shapes out of the existing one, just like that. The same tool, the move tool, when I take it just outside the selection a bit, it turns to an angular or arc two-edged arrow, and that's giving the ability to rotate. Now I can rotate. To rotate, I just click and drag. That's how it works. So when these tools are selected, you see, depending on the item selected, that's what determines the bar that we have here. So let's check what we have on that bar while you're working on that tool. At the top here, we have this. This is the fill or the inside color here. You can change them for all the selected ones. So to select all of these, I just have to drag across like that, and all of them are selected. So I can change that in unison. Can change again, or maybe I get to that. I can also change the stroke, which is the thickness of the outline from there, here. This one I already tested with you. You can see the effect it has on my rectangles. I'll leave it as uniform for now. I can also change the type of the line I have, maybe to that, maybe to that, to that. That's the normal one. Maybe to that, or to that small, to that. This is the normal one. No, this is the normal one. I mean, this. Okay. If we don't find what you are looking for here, we have another option here under this. You can have Bristol brush library, which pops up here the moment I select that. And this list is long, 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 long. And we can maneuver to others, decoratives. Quite a number. We also have this. Yeah, we have these other options. So you can navigate with this and you see what it brings to you. I hope you guys you have the Adobe Illustrator open in your computer. Is that so, Chachu?
Yes.
Brian, umefungua?
Sina.
Oh, hauna. Na Amlan?
No.
Amlan?
Yes, 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 yes. I'm here.
Okay, okay. Is Illustrator open on your computer?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, that's good. Let's go to group selection tool. With group selection tool, I can select all of these at a go. So here it is. With that, I can select all of them at a go. That's how it works. We also have the lasso tool. It works the same. I can select the two. Even when we have a case of, let's say, we have this being 3, or maybe 4. If I try to use this here, it will select all of them. But if I use the lasso, it can select just these two, or maybe these two from here, or these two from here. That's how it works. So now let's go to another tool. We have the magic word. I have already used that. I have already used the lasso. No, I have not used the magic word. For this to work, maybe I need this to be in color, green, and this to be in green also, like that. So the magic one, where is it? I can't see it here, so let me turn it back on. You can turn the tools on from this Add toolbar. So I look for it here. Where is it? Hmm, here it is. Just click on that. So now it will be under any of this. I'll add it into this, or it will just be here. Okay, there it is. So it will be under here. You can also access it under Y there. If I click on this, it will select the items that have the same colors. So hakuna yenye iko na this green. So it's only this. With this, I have this disabling this. So that's how it works. We also have the pen tool here. The pen tool will help you to draw like that. Actually, this is very good for what we call contours. Like let me say I want to show something like this here. Then I want it to be down there, down there, down there. That's the best tool to do that. And again, with this I can change how things looks. Maybe I can have no outline. I can also use the pen tool when I have images. Let me show you how to import images so that we can work with the tool. So I'll go to Google. I'll go to Google and I'll search for an image. I'll look for who, yeah, this is our former president. Let's work with this photo. I will pick any photo here. Let me say this, or maybe this. So I'll just right click on this, copy. Then I'll just paste here. I'll go to edit and paste. I can also use Control V. So there he is. So there it is, his photo. I'm crossing in. Where is Milan? Where is Amlan? I will zoom out. So his photo came in bigger than what I expected. So when I zoom out that, you can see what it is. To zoom in, I'm holding the Control key plus the space bar, and then I drag in and out. To drag in, it enlarges the size. To drag out, it reduces the size. Then I hold the shift as I drag from any of the four corners. I use this to reposition. Then I want to use the pen tool, this one, to mask out. I want to remove this background here. So I'll click on the very first part here. I'll use the same control and spacebar to zoom in. Then go, I click and I drag a bit to take up take up the contour or the outline of his cloth at this level. I go down and all the way I'm at the face now. You see you have the ear protruding here. I go around that. I'm using the pen tool there. Can you start again? We'll continue, carry on. We'll carry on all the way to there. I can see clearly there. I zoom in so that I can see, so I can identify with the edge of his face. Down, down, down to there. So I'll go all the way to the edge. Then out to where I started. When I get to this, you see there's a small arrow that's turned on that. I click on that. Now I have contained the outline. Then now this is already selected. I click on the photo to select it. here. Then I'll right click and choose make masking. So now I have his photo minus the background. Now I can position it where I want. There it is. So that's the second use of the pen tool. It's one of the tools that I regularly use, and I can hold the shift and enlarge his photo. So just below that, I can have this photo there. Let's say it's there. This one I can enlarge from here or leave it as it is. I'm still using the same tool. Then next to this we have this, the curvature tool. How does it work? It works like this. You see? That's how it works. It's a curve. And then we can click on where it started to join up the shape. Can click on this, go on, go on, get to this, click on 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 that. We are done. I don't know what kind of a shape that is. That's the screen we have. That's the arc of the curvature. We also have the rectangle here to draw simple rectangles. It can also, when you hold the shift key as you drag, it does a square for you. Then, most tools you have an arrow here. You see there's a small arrow here. That's what we call the flyout menu. And when you click on that arrow, you hold down on that arrow, it shows underlying tools. Same with this one. It means they are underlying tools. Under that you have the anchor point tool here. This is for editing specific anchor points individually. So that's how it works. We also have under this we have the ellipse, which can be accessed by keyboard shortcut M. And under this you see you still have that small arrow, and this can even have the tools coming out like that. Okay. So under this we have the ellipse tool, which draws out the oval. You can draw out the oval and can also draw a circle when we hold the shift. Under this we also have the polygon tool for drawings like hexagon or pentagon or all those. There it is. When we are drawing this, if we press on the up arrow, it increases the number of sides. Inside there, we also have the star tool. This for drawing the star shape. We are not limited to the number of sides that we can have. We can use the up arrow to increase the number of. Can you see that?
Sorry, pardon here, please.
Can you see the star?
Yes.
So I'm drawing using the star there and can
But
increase.
did you just do this by zooming?
Let me do some. Let me do it again. Let me remove all this. I will zoom in first. Then I'll select the star tool there.
Yes.
For the first time, it has 36 edges, but I can use the up arrow to increase the number of,
Okay.
or I can use the down arrow to reduce the number of sides all the way to the top.
Mm,
The smallest I can do is 3 edged star.
mm.
That's what we refer to as a triangle.
Okay, okay, okay. Now I get it.
And then we can go up to as many as you want.
Hmm.
So are we
I
together on
see
that?
very well.
Yeah?
Yes. Yes, very well.
Okay. Then when we are at it, we can ident this or get this out. I'm holding the
Okay.
control key as I drag. I don't know if any
Okay.
of you is using the MacBook. In MacBook, you would be holding the option command key. So if
I
it's on
see.
a PC, then you should be holding the control key. When we hold the alt, now that messes things up and it gets that. If we hold the control, we have this effect
Hmm.
as we drag. On alt, it
I
will take
see.
us out that way. The shift will constrain the proportion as I increase the size or reduce.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now I see. Thank you.
Let me leave it to that. And now, when you have these other tools, let's say the direct selection tool, now it changes to something quite different. It changes to something quite different. You see, we have points here. You can change this individually or the entire of it, where all of them can actually be changed collectively. This is quite useful when especially you're dealing with web adverts. We like using the star. Let me show you one case scenario. So one case scenario is whereby we are writing the price. Let's say we are tagging prices for items. I'll reduce this a bit to that. Then we do this to a red. Can change that to a red. Then we write, I'll use the type tool here to type 10 or maybe 50. Then I'll increase the size of this. That's not visible. I change the font here. I'm first tracking this to that. And maybe we can change this to white. And give it a stroke. Yeah, that's one use of the star. Understood? Is everything understanding on the screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Chachu, are you able to do that? Chachu?
Yes.
Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay, okay. Okay, now let's go down to another tool. We have the line segment. This is just as it implies, it's for drawing a line. This line can have color like that. You can draw as many as you want. You are not limited. I, when I hold the shift, I'm able to draw a straight one, either diagonally, or vertically, or horizontally. I hold the shift to get a very one that's either perpendicular or diagonal at a 45 degrees. If now I let go of the shift key, I can draw in any direction. And this one, you can increase this size here, the thickness, to any size that you want. You can edit this. You can use this to add points here, maybe here. This will add anchor point, and I can use the direct selection tool to bed around this. You know, the more artistic you get in your design, the better your design. So it's all about what you need. Let's say, for example, you're doing a logo and that's what you want. You can do it using the line segment tool. Okay. I hope everybody now gets. I'll select the line segment here and I'll draw out. I'll hold the shift to make it bigger. I can include also the stroke color of cyan. Can increase this to 3. As long as I'm holding the shift, it's either perpendicular or horizontal or vertical. For that case, can either be vertical. It can also be at an angle of 45 in any direction, like that. But now when I release the shift key, now I can draw out in any direction that I want. It will be a straight line from the origin. Origin is where I click first and then I hold and I pull out to draw. I can increase the stroke from this option here to 10, 20 that I want there. I can even type directly there 40, like 45. Yeah, that's all that I need to do. Then when I'm at this, I can edit this by selecting the pen tool. This can be accessed from the keyboard shortcut you see here. You can add path nodes, and when that is active, I can change the how I can change the outlook of my line now that I have several anchor point using the direct selection tool here, which can be accessed by letter A. It's as that simple. Okay. Next we have the brush or the paint brush. As you can see in my presentation here, the paintbrush draws path with brush strokes applied. So this one will help you to draw that way. So what is selected here? This. If I change this to maybe this and I draw, now you have the color blue being the dominant one. Let me do something funny on this. I can change this to black and add some eyelashes there. These eyebrow or eyelashes. Is it? Yeah, that way. Can also draw some beard here. So that's the work of a brush. I don't know if it makes sense. Have you seen how I've used the brush? Have you? Have you seen?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. I think I can add some hair here. Okay. It's not working, but it's getting the meaning. Then, next to it, we have the drop brush. Let's see how this works. This one, you draw like that. That's the way you want. Okay, that's the way it works. We also have the pencil. No, this is for freehand people. People who like doing freehand. So that's how it works. So that's how it works. Then we have the type. Oh, this one is actually one of the mostly used. Let me try this so that I can use the type tool. This will enable us to type. By default, it gives you that lorem ipsum. You just start typing from there. Hey, his name is that. Okay, okay, whatever. I can hold the shift as I drag to make it bigger. It will give me the text. And this one I can change here the design of my font, or what we call the font face. If I choose like this, then it will be like that. If I choose any other, there you go. I can increase the size of, I can make this bigger by just increasing the size here. Or I can type directly here. I can type directly there. I can change the color of the font here. Remember, you have to know what you want for you to do it. So I have used the font we call the brush script. On that, here you have the brush script here, MT italic. That's the font family. And then inside this, we also have type tool. With this now we need to have drawn something. Let's say I've drawn this. I want this to be on that. I want the font to follow this path. So I'll click on this, come to this, type there, then So it's bigger than I need. I might have to reduce that to for it to fit there. Maybe I require 52. You can also always resize, and maybe it require for like 40, 36. Change the font for us to see what I'm liking. Yeah, there it is. That's a type tool. We also have the area tool. Next to it, you have the vertical type. This will type down from map. There it is. You can always change this here. You can also change the color just the same way we are dealing with all the other. Okay. Then I want us to go to another tool. Yes, yes, learn. Learn, are we together?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Let's work on something else. We are going to this. This is for rotating. If we select this and we click on this, now you can rotate. It's one of the funniest tools you have around. If you mess with it, it messes your items. Okay, that's how it works. And there you also have the scale tool. Let's work with the scale tool. With this, I require to have like this. I click on this to help you to change the size. You also have the deflect tool. That's how it works. You also have the shear tool to shear your shapes like that. Yes, church. Yes, church.
No, I wanted to excuse myself a little because we're heading out now.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, okay.
I wanted to end the class at 11,
Yeah,
but if you
okay,
can,
I'll wait.
yes,
It's okay. If it will end at 11, I can just wait.
okay, you can wait all the way to 11, so it's only 18 minutes.
Okay.
So you have the shape to, you have the shape, the shear tool there. It works like that. And that's, then we have the eraser here. It works like that. Just like the word implies, it erases. We also have the scissors. So with scissors, you can cut shape into two. Let's say this one I cut at this point, cut between here and here. Now they just give me two shapes. We also have shape builder. So let's say we have these two as when I select them, you see there are two of them. So if I use the shape builder here, it will join this into this. Yes, and it can also join all of them to make one shape. So now we have just one. Okay, just a minute. Okay, we have the shape builder. It works that way. Then we have the gradient here. The gradient, the gradient tool will help us to get a gradient for a color. With this, I can first create a gradient on this, and then I can click on this edit here, edit the gradient. Now I can work with this or this to change how my colors appear. So you see, we have orange on this side and light orange on this side. I can always change individually here. First to red, this to black, or maybe to a tone of white. Can change this to maybe this or that. So when I slide this or this, it helps me to change where the gradient, how the gradient will work. Same with any of the others of this. So that's how it works. Okay, that's how it will be working. Then the gradients also have the mesh. I won't deal on mesh for now. It requires a lot of time to work on that. Then here we have the dimension. With dimension now I can draw out the size. I can define the size between 2 points. Between here and here it's 2.9.79. From here to maybe here, that would be 2.72. From this edge to this edge, that would be 1.84. Then finally we have this. I can color pick this. If this is the one selected, I can pick a color from here. So you see, it becomes red, just like the way I have picked, or maybe black, maybe it was gradient. Hebu toka uende huko. Shuka huku, shuka. Okay, that's how it's working. So what about if it's this and I use the picker tool and pick that? It takes this color. It can also take that color. It can also take. Now when it's font, it picks everything, including the font types. If I choose this, it's only the size that I've not changed. You see, it can even pick the color of the skin at the point I've selected. Okay, that's the picker tool. Then next we have the width. Let's see how this works.